All right, and we are live. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Found Again, the second season of the sourcing tournament, the second round of group matches. And this year we have 11 teams from all around the Baltics compete, and today we will get to see Group B teams joining the action. Sadly, one of the team's fantastic HR ladies will not be joining us today because the team got sick. We wish them a quick recovery and hope to see them in the next round. Last night, we saw Team Nortal taking the win in a record time of 16 minutes. Let's meet today's teams and see how they're feeling before the match. Team Oxsource. Creative and crazy girls who love to headhunt the best in the market, eat delicious food, and think outside the box. Looking for a new job? Let's talk. Ruta, this was quite a good sales pitch you got there, but I'm interested in what lessons have you learned the previous year and will adopt this time.
I think it was super interesting for us to also participate in this type of tournament, and it was good outside the box thinking. I think what we learned is we definitely have a sheet where we are going to share the answers, or like, have we tried it or something. So it's like a sheet where we all collaborate with. We already have, some tabs open that we feel like could help, like, I don't know, picture identification, LGBT or whatever. So we're hoping that it's going to help.
Sounds really good, and seems that you are prepared quite well. So wish you good luck in today's battle. Talent hunters. We are experienced and passionate recruiters. We strive for knowledge and care for people. Toma, can you tell me why experienced and well-versed recruiters decided to join this tournament?
Well, we got the idea that it's going to be a sourcing tournament, so that's we thought it's going to be fun and to challenge our own skills. So we will see.
Okay, great to hear that, and wish you good luck to your team. And Inspector Gadget team, eyes on the prize attitude with a friendly demeanor and relaxed approach. Last year's winners of agency group and real promoters of AI. Ingrida, how much your team will try to rely on artificial intelligence tools today?
So, hello everyone. First of all, we will try to rely on our intelligence, and secondly, surely we will use artificial intelligence to our advantage. So, we will try to combine our knowledge and intelligence with our tools that we have on our computers.
Okay, sounds amazing, and let's hope that they will give you a necessary boost. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so I'll shortly send the links to the teams, and then we can begin our competition. Great. I've sent links to all team captains, and yes, please, team captains, please share your screens with the audience that we would be able to see what you are doing. Okay. All the best. Amazing. Let's give the teams a minute to see if everything is okay, and we can begin our competition. Looks like that Team Emplonet already started with the competition. So let's go on, and I will start our clock as well. Cool. Seems that there are no technical difficulties this time. Hopefully that the stream will be the same with no difficulties. And the teams already shared some insights about the strategy. So it seems that Oxylabs are really good prepared with different with the different tools, different tabs, and already we can see in the top left corner of the screen that they are sharing all of the questions in spreadsheet. Interesting tactics. Not seen that tactic much in the competition, but we will see how it will go for them. Looks like the intense beginning of this match, and all of the teams are tackling the questions. Okay, while the teams are getting on with the questions, let me give you some info and insights about this year's format and the tournament, because it's a bit different than the last year. This year we have 11 teams across the Baltics who joined the Found Again, and all of the teams are divided into 3 groups. Winners of the group will receive 4 points. Second place will get 3 points. Third place will take 2, and the last place will get 1 point. Group winners will automatically advance to the semifinals together with overall best second place in all 3 groups. Team who will get the most points will have the most correct answers along with the best shown time, and after that the semifinals phase. And we will get to know who will be competing in the finals and little finals for the third place. Seems like a bit of a synchrony today. All of the teams are trying to go on with the first question, which you can see right now in the stream and in their screens. So straight away, let me give you a couple of insights about this question. And we're starting our group B phase with a street view picture. Teams can see the location and more precisely what street they are on, what is around them. So basically nothing is obstructing their view. Neither the picture is somewhat altered. From these quite a few clues, they need to take the necessary ones and detect what is this place in Vilnius and what it has to do something with the Easter. To be more precise, with the Easter eggs. Whether it's in a relationship with the holiday that just passed or other Easter eggs spread across the internet. They will need to do some detective work, but in general, the information can be found quite quickly. So I received a question from one of the teams. Let me quickly answer it. Sometimes in this competition, you can get really interesting questions, which from the first glance are really simple, but on the second hand, they are quite complicated to unravel. Okay, and as for the match format, teams will have 5 identical questions to solve. All of the questions are designed to test ability to find the necessary information on the web. None of the questions require any specific area knowledge, and all of them can be answered using sourcing. 30 minutes, that's how much time teams have to complete the assignment. In the broadcast, like wrong finger, in the broadcast right over here, you can see a clock for guidance. But all of the teams have their own separate clocks for precision and score registration. But we as well will be able to understand how far along we are in the round. So already 5 minutes passed. Seems that Manpower team is tackling the second question, which is also related to somewhat to picture. Oxylabs are doing the same, and at least the captain of the team is doing the same thing. And And the Emplonet team still on the first question. At least from what I'm hearing in the team's chat, seems like Emplonet team are trying to solve the first question altogether. That might be not really good decision to do, but let's see. Maybe they can, 3 people solving one question at a time, maybe they can do it really, really quickly. And as you can see, at all times, yes, sorry about that. Seems like Emplonet at least have one right answer. So, which is answer to the second one. So at all time, team captains need to stream their screens so we would be able to see what's going on. And I will try to comment as much as possible while they will be progressing, or either I will hear something interesting on the team chat. If you have a question and just want to support your favorite team, feel free to post your message in the chat. And as usual, on all of the streams, I will give you one by one. I will give you some insights about the questions that the teams are dealing with today. Sadly, I cannot directly share the questions with you, but stay tuned and follow me on LinkedIn, and I will definitely share them some point in the future. I will share the write-ups and my solutions to it, because usually in sourcing there are no one way to solve it. There are multiple ways to solve it, multiple approaches from different sources, different various sources. So it's a matter of skills and experience. I can hear that at least from Emplonet chat, they are going in a good direction, let's say that, regarding the questions. Sadly, Oxylabs team is on mute, so I cannot hear what they're speaking. I think that they're in one room, so that's easier to chat in between. I definitely saw that they already managed to solve at least one question. And Emplonet is employing more advanced queries to search on Google, which is always really, really nice to hear that. And this is the second match of Found Again tournament, and this year we will have all groups competing 2 times. And as I mentioned before, after that we will summarize all of the points to see who is advancing to the semifinals. In this group we have 2 agency teams, Emplonet and Manpower, and 1 in-house team, Oxylabs. And as I mentioned before, Emplonet were winners in the agency group last year. But this time they have fully refreshed their teams, so we will see how they will do. Speaking about the questions, all of the questions are in this tournament are handcrafted. Sorry, by myself. There are no copy paste from other sources or tournaments. To some extent, I'm always trying to tailor them to the current events or something else that the teams can relate to. On top of that, I'm always trying to involve different solutions, different methods to it. So whether it is photo search, some interesting query, use of different advanced operators, or some other specific sites. But the teams, based on the question and the question structure, always have a path to go before they can answer the question or find the clues and go to the right answer. Okay, and we are 10 minutes in. Emplonet team is trying to solve the third question, I believe. Oxylabs are sharing the clues as well, which is quite interesting to see. So they are sharing not only the right answers, the right wrong answers that they found, but also potentially clues or the path leading to potentially good answer. I can see that Manpower team stumbled upon the last question. And I think it's a pretty good opportunity to give you more insights about the last question, because it's not really usual one, because teams get direct URL to what supposedly has to be a personal website. They need to figure, based on that URL alone, they need to figure out where this person lives. But here's the catch. The link doesn't actually work. Does this person exist? Who is this person? So once more, some digging is involved to orientate yourself in this situation and actually figure out what is happening. One of my most favorite questions always include different platforms. I mean, like at the moment, Emplonet in the top right corner of your screen are currently going through Twitter, now known as X. So they got most likely they got the first part of the question, and now they are trying to dig even deeper to find what's really behind that. And it seems that the Emplonet team has the most time left. I saw that there's 22 minutes for their competition to end, and Oxylabs I saw 16 minutes, and the Manpower has 17 minutes left. So we are somewhat on the clock, maybe a minute or two in front of the teams. So the last question I mentioned that contains URL is actually about involves the Latvian person, and you can get really funny answers when trying to Google that name, which is provided in the link, but not necessarily it is useful information. So at least Oxylabs and Emplonet are trying to solve the last question simultaneously. So it's two different teams, two different mindsets. And all of the three teams are trying to solve the same question. So let's see how it will go and how the teams will do. So Oxy team, I think have at least two, maybe more correct answers, because they found, and the Emplonet team is already finished, which is interesting. Ha! Okay, that's a catch. Teams have 5 questions. After each and every question, there are next button to see the next question, obviously. But when you encounter the 5th question, there is no next button but submit. So I always tell teams to be careful and not to get mistaken by this. So it seems, at least from the chat that I am hearing, seems that the Emplonet team done just that. So, okay, so they are showing all of the answers. So I will just minimize for now. And I think that, let me check, but I think that, yep. So 2 teams this time. Manpower and Emplonet, both teams have submitted their answers way too early. So we have only Oxylabs in the competition still. This might be a good thing, this might be a bad thing. Depends on how many correct answers Manpower and Emplonet managed to submit. So if you're sitting, as always, if you're sitting down there on the couch watching the stream or watching any kind of basically show which involves guessing the right answers or making the right decisions, it's way, way easier over there at your house eating pizza. But when you're put on the lights, on the spotlight, it's kind of a stressful situation to be in. And yeah, sometimes silly mistakes can happen. All right, so let's see how Oxylabs will do. Still around 12 minutes left on our clock. I think a couple of minutes more should be left to Oxylabs team. And let's catch up on the questions. So we discussed the question number 1, and now we can discuss the question number 2. And what I've seen from the teams, it was the easiest one, I believe so, because it was also question from the Google Street View, and the Street View was, and in general, I would like to, I say that the Street View is actually a magical place. Not only you can travel virtually and train your or sourcing skills, but also you can find some really interesting things. I would recommend giving it a go if you never tried it, and just to wander in different streets in random cities. But in this case, teams needed to figure out in which precise city they are in. Again, there were some clues left, but they need to bring all of the clues in one picture and get the right answer. It seemed that majority of teams, I believe, they got the right answer. Oxylabs trying to figure out the last question. Okay, so they have 2 right answers. Okay, they definitely have 2 right answers. And the team captain Ruta is back to question number 1. Right. Let's move on with more insights about the questions. And the question 3, in my opinion at least, was the more convoluted I would say, more complicated question to answer, because it had like 2, 3 linking clues together, and you needed to find first the one fact, then the second fact, and so on and so forth. But it relates Abraham Lincoln, the USA president, and programming language. And what actually do they have in common? You would say that this is a really long shot, right? But well, there is some truth to it. And one thing I've learned during my career is that software developers are a really interesting breed of people. When teams will get the clue, they will need to check GitHub as well, and GitHub repositories, to be more precise, to find the correct answer and correct user. I know it sounds really complicated, but the majority of the questions are with at least of a couple of levels and not really straightforward. They're usually designed for people to be able to spot little details, little things, small clues, gather them, which usually leads to bigger picture on the correct path, and eventually to the correct answer. Around 8 minutes left. Let's see how the only one team which is left in the, still not in the competition, I cannot say that, but still trying to figure out remaining questions. So apparently the second season of Found tournament begin really interesting. Last time, yesterday, we saw Team Nortal was able to solve all of the 5 questions correctly in 16 minutes. Today we saw double misfire, I would say that. 2 teams managed to finish too early, and we will see later on in the stream how many answers did they manage to submit. Okay, I can see that. Well, we have identical clock with the Oxylabs, so yeah, definitely 6 minutes 20 seconds left till the end, both for us on our clock and on theirs clock. Team captain tries to tackle the question number 1, which is from the Google Street View. You can see that on your screens at the moment. And once again, there are quite few clues. Quite few clues in the picture, and you need to pick only the necessary ones to manage to answer the right question. To find the right answer. And it's a pretty interesting thing. So when teams have the ability to use the Google image search, and actually image search shows some good results, they often get lost. But if you get a picture, distorted picture, I did that last year in the last competition. Distorted picture and Google image search does not provide any kind of results, and there are only a couple of clues. So then teams tend to analyze more that picture rather than just trying to search the internet and picking up those clues and then going on the right path to search for the right answer. So what I can see from the glimpses of a spreadsheet of the Oxylabs team, they are not only putting the clues in, but they also putting all of the all of the wrong answers as well. Interesting tactic. Maybe I'm not sure even. Maybe it can give those wrong answers can give sometimes even a bigger picture. So we will see. We will see how it goes. 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes. And for some reason, Oxylabs are going through, I think those are Latvian presidents. Most likely the president has the same name as the person in the URL. And the last question that I still have not presented to you involves a Hollywood actor and some sort of a beverage. Those are the first clues. When they will get the right name, then they will need to dig deeper into his Twitter's profile. And we saw that Emplonet team was on the right path. They got the right name, but I'm not sure have they managed to find the right answer. Because when you get the right name, then you need to go into the Twitter, use a bit of advanced search, advanced operators. Also, of course, you can use an inbuilt search in Twitter as well. So there's, as I mentioned, lots of ways to approach the question. But in general, that Hollywood actor, that person, some time ago, he posted a signed letter from one interesting organization. And the right answer is the person who actually signed that letter. Only 2 minutes. When I'm building the tournament rounds, I always try to mix up the questions, mix up the approaches to the questions. Sometimes I put some locations or photos themselves. Some questions, of course, will be just the text questions, or in this case, in this tournament, in this round, there were some URLs to the websites involved. And I feel that it gives a good diversity, lets people use a variety of skills, or if, for example, the team is sharing the questions, as usually it goes, use the best set skill of each and every team member. So this way you can just diversify your approach. And okay, so I think 3 just managed to catch it. So yeah, definitely 3 questions I think was rightly answered by Oxylabs. And we are counting the last second. So 20 seconds left. I hope that they will manage to check all of the questions before submitting, because when the time ends, the system just brute forces you to submit without any last checks. So the team knows that. Our clock ran out. I can see that 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is a wrap up. Okay, so give us a quick second. I will get back all of the teams into main meeting room, and we will catch you there. All right. We have almost all of us are here. Just a couple of seconds more. Okay, so I think all of us are present, right? Excellent. Can you hear me? Okay.
We can.
Okay, amazing. Lots of sad faces. What happened?
I'm not sure about other teams, but Inspector Gadget today was too excited and quickly finished the game without any right answers. Malfunctioned, his hand malfunctioned, or her hand malfunctioned, and now the team is very, very sad without any wins.
Just pure excitement, stress. What influenced that, Ingrida?
Well, just pure excitement, wanting to be first, probably, not reading the bottom and not seeing what is written on it made us very sad. But otherwise, Victoria, Martina, and I are very happy to be here today because even though we lost, apparently we had a very nice time and we are looking forward to the next game next week.
Okay, but I definitely saw that you managed to solve at least a couple of questions, but you say that you have not submitted the right answers.
We just did what you said not to do. After reading the fifth answer, the Inspector Gadget, being me, just submitted the answers without looking at them. So that's what happened for us this time, unfortunately.
Okay, damn, really sad to hear that, but hope that next time it will go better for you guys. Manpower team, also long faces. How did you do?
I can totally understand what Ingrid is saying, where we did probably the same thing. Well, not probably, but we did the same thing. But I think we answered one question correctly. So, but yeah, I feel you, Ingrid, and your team.
So
I'm a bit happier now. Sorry, but I am. But still, Toma, I will make you even happier than I am right now because we did 0 right answers today. So you probably are at least the second best team here today.
It makes a better feeling, to be honest.
yeah, how the Lithuanian saying goes, you will find your brother in the sadness or something like that. So it's
We are happy when neighbors' houses on fire. That's the another saying Lithuanians use. So it's something in common. But it's better. It's better to know that bad things happen to other people as well.
Okay, on that positive note, I would like to ask Oxylabs, bigger smiles, I believe. How did you do?
We don't know how we did in terms of, is that enough? I think we did a pretty good job on teamwork and everything. So I think we got 3 correct answers, if I remember correctly. It was a little bit of struggle. We felt a little bit of stuck somewhere, but it was fun. So
Actually, it was really interesting to watch your team techniques, sharing not only the right answers, but sharing the wrong answers, sharing the clues, I believe. So I think other teams can learn from your tactics as well. But yes, not beating around the bush, congratulations today goes to Oxylabs team. They managed to take all of the time provided to them, 30 minutes, and they managed to answer 3 questions. So congratulations with the victory today, Oxylabs, Ruta, and her team. Amazing job.
Thank you.
Nonetheless, nothing is lost for other teams as well. There are still one match, one round to go. So we will see each other next week. So wish you all of the best. Have a good upcoming weekend. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.